salamat, Aaron and Kenneth Durentes over at the Active Center. And now we welcome you back inside the Big Dome, the Smart Araneta Coliseum. And it's Petron against Alaska. Arwind Santos, he's still a double threat for the Blaze Boosters. Skyros Baguio, they're trying to bounce back. They're trying to bounce back from that effort, the losing effort to Sandy Coffee. What about Ronaldo Bob? He's such the paramount of intensity and energy for Petron. Seems to be the all-important glue guy for that team. And Robert Dozier, again, just like Skyros, he really wants to help Alaska get back on the winning track. It is the battle for #1 as we welcome you to Thriller Friday live dito sa Active. Bigo Alili with Jason Webb. You have one team parang di ayaw matalo. This Petron team is on a winning streak. And Alaska, they're trying to bounce back. They lost their winning streak to San Mig Coffee. They need to bounce back big tonight.
You look at that, then you say, yes, one team has to bounce back, one is in a win streak. But then you just look at the records, and the records will show these teams, before the start of today's play date, were #1 and 2. So that shows the quality of both teams, and they have ways of winning that are different from one another. One's a very defense-oriented team, speaking of Alaska, while Petron really learning how to play two ways right now. Being good, solid offensively, at matindi na rin ang depensa nila.
Well, this Petron team grabbing headlines because now grabbing headlines for the right reasons. Because dati, napag-uusapan sila in not so flattering context, but now, yung Petron novela is more positive. In fact, it's all positive.
Wala na yung sinasabi natin, minsan masaya, minsan malungkot. Ngayon para sa Petron, lahat masaya. And you look at the way they've beaten teams. They have destroyed teams. Lots of double-digit wins over there. And if you're Coach Olsen Racela, what would make you happy is that you can win when it's a high-scoring game. At nanalo ka rin kahit na low-scoring game. There was a 60-53 game in there. Nanalo pa rin sila.
So nananalo sila yung kahit they squander a big lead and then they pull it off. They play in clutch and they win. Now you look at this Alaska team and I remember you mentioning it. One day lang. I mean, after the San Mig loss, they were blown out, and then after one day they have to face Petron. I mean, gaano kahirap yun?
You can look at it two ways. One thing is you're thinking, ang hirap dahil wala kang time to adjust. But the other way to think about it for a rebounding Alaska squad is that you don't have to dwell on the loss because you can move forward. Let's face it, that game against Alaska, so many of their key guys were not able to shoot well from the field. Actually, pwede natin sabihin yung buong team ang sama ng shooting mula sa labas. Now, for Coach Luigi and his boys, time to recover.
Well, Coach Luigi saying that they have to move forward, and as Jason said, no need. I mean, in fact, wala nang time to dwell on what happened against San Mig Coffee. Bottom line, we have the two best teams right now. Well, of course, Rain or Shine saying, "Uy, sali kami dyan." 5-1 na rin kami after Rain or Shine beat Global Port just moments ago. But these are a battle between two teams that have 5 wins and just 1 loss. Coaching duel, Olsen Racela for Petron and Luigi Trillo for Alaska. Interesting question. Who's the more experienced coach? Answer. Who's the most experienced? Who is the more experienced coach?
I guess you go with number of years as a head coach.
Regardless what the level. I mean,
yeah.
And we have to go with Luigi.
Luigi's been coaching for a longer time.
As an assistant coach and even as a head coach
in other levels of college.
Also at guard number 13, Marshall Lester.
May pausapan na sa player. Totally different story.
Now, one thing I'm happy about, I like that Petron's actually wearing some collared shirts for today's game. Although, swerte yung nila, yung t-shirt nila.
Yeah, but they look better.
They look better.
They look so much better. Of course, you can make an argument if you're in a 5-game winning streak. Okay, palit. Kaya nakasando ka lang you look good Robert Dozier, even with that loss to San Mig Coffee, he still looks like very good fit for this Alaska team.
And he still looks like it's not that excitable. Steady lang siya.
Hindi, yung facial expression niya kasi parang chillax lang. Here's Junmar Fajardo against Sanitos. Junmar connects as we begin this showdown.
And another good move. Every time you see Junmar Fajardo, you are impressed. You'd think may jump hook siya, but he has that patience. Miski nandun siya sa ilalim. Very hard to find patience in a rookie.
Alaska starting off with JV Casio, Sanitos, Robert Dozier, Cyrus Baguio, and Tony De La Cruz.
Even when you say, sabi mo kanina si Dozier, perfect fit para sa Alaska. You still get, personally, I'm still looking and can't put my finger on sa ano ba talaga yung laro niya, because he is good at a lot of things, but you can't really say that he is great at one thing.
Yung hindi siya yung excellent at one particular thing as Cyrus throws the ball away.
Especially on offense. Defensively, we know that he's a very good shot blocker, but on offense, hindi mo alam ano ba talaga siya. Is he poste, back to the basket? Does he play at the mid post, at the high post, tira sa labas? But we've seen right there with that shot early in this game, itira rin siya miski sa labas.
You look at this Petron unit with Tubid and Denok as Tubid misses. I mean, this looks like a lockdown starting unit for Onsen. I mean, you have Denok, you have Lassiter, and you have Tubid. I mean, those are all lockdown defenders.
Maganda yung sinabi mo. The defense-wise, Petron, in terms of points giving up that they've given up, they're number 2 next to Alaska. And they're also number 2 when it comes to offense. So, when you look at yung plus-minus, Petron actually on average beats their teams, the opposing teams, by 10 points. That's unheard of.
Nice pass. Denok. Oh, sayang. Lassiter was all alone, but his I think right foot got lost there, and he ended up stepping on the baseline. High ball game of 2 apiece. Nasa opening quarter tayo. And Sanitos goes to Baguio. Baguio scores, and that will be a foul against Lassiter.
Very important para dito sa Alaska to go back to what brought them success early on in the season, which was move the basketball, try to take advantage of the skilled players that they have without actually having these players have to play one-on-one.
I think which is why, you know, they're promoting the idea that Alaska is playing, you know, best team basketball in the PBA, in the sense that you cannot single out one player na talaga, oh yeah, siya talaga yung nagbubuhat sa Alaska. As Junmar misses, rebound JV. I mean, do you subscribe to that? Na itong Alaska, there's no one single player that is they're going to determine their fate.
Yes, and you can actually go all the way to the top 3 teams at present. The 3-5-1 teams, the 2 teams playing right now, at samong pa rin ng rain or shine. Ang dami nilang mga players that can be the best player of the game for a particular play day.
There's Denok. Lassiter connects.
Lassiter being healthy really gives Petron a dimension of a guy that can spread the floor.
They go outside. Dozier. No good. So it's 6-4 lamang ang Alaska in the early moments of the opening quarter.
Still early in the game, but if you're Alaska, you want to see JV at some point get some shots up. He struggled in the last game, and you know there's a lot of players that you can say, come on, no one particular player in particular which is a barometer, but you'd like to see your point guard, especially JV, who make some shots.
Here's Tobin over to Bob, but shot clock down to 5, and Denok traveled. Yes, good call by referee Tangkyun.
Looking at the matchups, it's pretty difficult for all those 3 guards ng Alaska to get off, because all those 3 guards on the other side para sa Petron, lahat sila lockdown defender.
JV. Oh, Sunny is open. Didn't shoot it, and instead JV fires. Ball goes back to JV Casio. New shot clock for Alaska.
Very lucky Petron to get away with that one. Miscommunication on their part.
Got some time to shoot. Dozier over to Sunny. Sunny fires and misses. That will be last touch on Dozier. Our officials for the night, Mr. Soprano, si Emmy Tangkion, and our Chief Justice is actually Rayante completes the cast. Mr. Soprano is our chief. And is there for Petron, it's a 2-point game.
Not really the offense that would be much of highlight so far dito sa ating simula ng ating laro.
I suppose you're right, no? Parang mas nakabuti pa nga ata sa Alaska na they lose to Sanming Coffee the next day. O kalimutin na yung Sanming. Think about Petron na. It's the best way to move on.
Yeah, para you don't have to go home, di ka makatulog. Ito, pipilit yung matulog na maaga dahil may laro ka susunod na araw eh.
Bachman with a pull-up and rebound, Cyrus Baguio.
I think when you put it into context, when do you want a long break? You only want a long break when you have a long losing streak. So you can correct things. Ito naman, sabihin natin para sa Alaska, pwede mo sabihin, nada pa lang sila.
Yeah, it's just one loss.
One loss. Tapos sige, laro ulit.
7 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Sonny fakes, drives, good move. And that move by Sonny Toss will open up a 4-point advantage para sa Alaska. 8-4, we'll be back in a moment. Active, Nico Alili with Jason Webb. And Petron is going to welcome Alex Cabagnot back. Seems like he's ready to return to action tonight. Well, ito yung nami-miss na numbers, but you know, with Alex, because he's the starting point guard, I'm sure they miss more than the numbers.
And yun rin na sinabi ni Coach also, we miss his leadership.
And for more on Alex, let's go to Erica Padilla.
Maalala na ng huling laban ng Petron against Ginebra na tapilok itong si Alex Cabagnot dahil kay Mark Agiwa. And it was just last Tuesday when he started practicing again with the rest of the team. And he confirmed that he's ready to play and that Coach Olsen is slowly putting him in the scheme of things. Naging mahirap daw ang kanyang recovery dahil sa previous heel injury at may iniinda sa kanang tuhod bago ang tapilok, but he knows that taking care of himself habang hindi naglalaro is the greatest contribution he could give habang maganda ang ginagawa ng kanyang teammates. Balik sa inyo.
Salamat, Erica. Dedo connects to the corner.
And after that, looking at Don Ontivero.
Para sa iyo yun, Bay.
Oo, dating magka-teammate. And you know, when you shoot at the corners, lalo na rin katabi mo yung mga nandun ka sa side ng kalaban mo, as a player, you hear a lot of things.
Oh yeah, talagang guguluhin ka eh.
Guguluhin ka.
Kaya sarap din tumingin eh.
Pagkatapos.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure you did that so many times, you know, during your career.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my golly.
Of course, I was always looking at the coach kung papalitan na ako dahil mintis na naman.
Hindi mintis yung kay Denok. And that back-to-back connections for Denok Miranda. And he ties the game at 10 apiece. As we cross the halfway mark of the opening quarter. Here's Cyrus on the move. Cyrus top shot against Junmar. Rebound, Bachman. There's a foul in the backcourt against Tony De La Cruz.
I think one thing that you'll notice with Ronaldo Bachman, as you see this by Denok Miranda, one from the corner, and after, nag-usap pa sila doon ni Donton. Eto, malayo na si Donton eh. Dito na lang siya. Time to celebrate back-to-back threes.
Five and a half to go in the opening period. Bachman. Junmar. Shot clock down to 8 to Pitt against De La Cruz. Shot clock down to 4. Long three. Goes straight into the hands of Dozier. Casio. If you're Alaska, you probably want JB. You know what? Look for your shot. Because you need to regain your confidence.
If I'm not mistaken, you'll push it back all the way to the last game. JB's now 1 out of 10.
Doesn't seem like JB Casio at all.
Yes. And yung mga tira niya, mga attempt niya, nakikita naman na they're good shots. Libre.
Casio, Dozier, good passing by the Aces.
Taking full advantage was Alaska. Konti lang yung bumaba para sa Petron. Alaska, seeing they had numbers, good push on the part of JB to get his import open.
Joseph Yo just entered the game. Instant contribution. That's a 3. The lead is with Petron, 13-12.
Much improved 3-point shooting on the part of Petron. And when you had Marshall Lassiter and also Ronald Tubib, mas dumami pa yung mga shooter nila for 3-point region.
Alaska with 9 to work with. Nice spin by Sanitos. He has 8 points.
Lots of players on the and coaches on wearing blue saying travel.
Under 4 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Petron down by 1. Joseph Yo will miss. Tatakbo ang Alaska. That will be a foul near the midcourt line. We have a platoon substitution here.
Ito yung maganda because both teams are full of talent. Not only dun sa first 5 nila, pati dun sa second unit nila. Ito, dadating na yung second unit, pero ang daming pa rin mga player na sabihin natin that are superstars and budding superstars that are coming from that bench.
RJ Azul now quarterbacking for Alaska. Here's Espinas. To Tiveros. Back to Espinas. Espinas attacks. Wow, challenges the defense of Bachman. That ball ends up with Joseph Yo.
Gulat ka pa pag sina-challenge si Gabi yung mga malalaki.
Wala nga pala sinasakto si Gabi Espinas. Arwin Santos, 1-on-1 against Espinas. Arwin to Jay Wash for 3. Rebound Azul. Oh, Lanefe is down and Azul is open. Here's Yo. 1 against 3. And Yo will step on the brakes. Bachman. Bachman is, he's not looking for a shot. He's fine.
Oh, steady lang siya, nag-aantay ng pagkakataon. Habang wala pa right now, he's allowing his teammates to be able to get into the game.
Wala pa na eh.
Paranaque, Taguig. Ano sinasabi mga taga-Paranaque, mapunta mo ng Taguig?
Hindi. Tapos na yung Paranaque, Taguig naman ngayon. Everybody will have a chance. Okay? Meantime, here's Arwin. Shot clock down to 4. Chico Lanete.
There's so many 3-point shots being hoisted up by Petron at the moment. One thing pwede mo rin sabihin, it's because of Alaska's defense which are pushing them out pag dumadrive sila and they're forced to kick out to the 3-point shooters.
2 minutes remaining in the opening period. RJ against Chico. Ano mo natawa ako dun sa Instagram ni Rodon Monteveros was yesterday. Sabi niya, nahuli niya si Chico Lanete na nagliligal labas. Sinuha niya yung picture si Marco Bellinelli. Mukha nga naman. Sabi mo rin doon, sigurado pagkupo si Chico Lanete bukas. First personal against Bachman.
Hindi naman mukhang pagod. Hindi na pa niya pinipressure si
Hindi ka papasok lang eh. Hindi naman siya nag-start today. Here's Don Composure. Back to Ontiveros. Shot clock down to 6. Double team on Ontiveros. And Espinas goes in nicely.
Actually playing good defense was Petron for about 20 seconds and then in the last play, Gabi Espinas just able to get some space at nag-break down eventually ang depensa ng Petron.
Erica Padilla, what do you have for us?
A loss is bound to happen, and losing the last time against San Miguel was a good time to lose, sabi ni Coach Luigi. Maganda naman daw talaga ang ginawa ng San Miguel. Alaska missed shots and they got into foul trouble. If only they had 3 to 4 minutes more, they could have won, but time was not on their side. Pero di naman daw sila nawala ng kumpiyansa. He still believes that he has a good coaching staff and good players, but they have to further intensify their plays, as this week is their toughest so far, going against San Mig the last time and Petron tonight. Alex, Anyo?
I know we will disagree with Erika. It's such a tough schedule for Alaska as Bachman tried to go coast to coast.
I think pakiramdam niya ito, lumalayo na yung Alaska, then he tries to get his own.
Two free throws for Ronaldo Bachman.
Mapanood na din ng PBA sa pinakabagong channel sa Pay TV Hyper. Please check with your local cable operators for availability. Ano atraso ni Bachman sa
Galit na galit sila. Ayun din naman, ito rin si Alpuepa. Nandito ba si Bo?
Here's Calvin to Dondon. Dondon to Abueva for 3.
Oh, what's strange is with Calvin Abueva, he played against San Miguel Coffee in the last play date. Ganon yung sitwasyon. Ito, Petron, ganon na naman rin. But I'd rather that napapansin ka ng fans kaysa ipagpasok mo. Di ba alam na nun?
Oo, nanandong ka. Soldier gets it. Here's Ontiveros. Alaska up by 3. Espinas, alley-oop!
Alaska doing a good job of actually taking advantage of the transition defense of Alaska. Of Petron, rather.
At the end of the opening quarter, Alaska leading 18-13 against Petron. This is the battle for number 1 in the team standings. We'll bring you more action from the Big Dome. Namang ang Alaska over Petron players. Petron, and when you talk about Petron, top of mind guy as of the moment is Ronaldo Bachman. Might be the heart and soul of this Petron team here in the Commissioner's Cup. Close to 30 points per game, close to 13 rebounds per game, and close to 3 blocks per assignment. According to Ronaldo, I can be the shortest, but I have the biggest heart. I play every game like it's my last. I can totally relate to what he just said.
Why? Bakit?
No, he's not the tallest. Oh, Dozier wanted to slam it down, but he was bothered by J-Wash.
Alam ko yung part na feeling mo laging last game mo na dahil alam mo, hindi na ako papalawin dito ulit.
8 drops pa lang. Ganun na ako. So welcome to the second quarter. On the floor para sa Petron, Joseph Yo kasama si Chico Lanete, Arwin Santos, Ronaldo Bachman, and Jay Washington. It's Bachman against Dozier. Import against import, and Bachman will miss.
Petron really struggling from the field, only 23% so far, 8 out of 22.
They've been very liberal taking those 3-point shots.
Problema, basta libre, tira lang ang tira.
Here's Don Don, fakes. Well, box out by Jay Washington, preventing Dozier from getting the rebound. And we'll see the return of Alex Cabagnot. How will his return sort of affect things for the streaking Petron team?
There is a streak, but remember before that streak started, he was already, when the streak started, nandun naman siya.
Yeah, it's not like hindi naman siya kasama doon sa streak. he was part of it. Alaska still on top by 3. Wow. A lot of
RJ Asu is a pretty feisty. It doesn't get easier para kay Alex Cabagnot because Rafi Reyes is another defender that will put pressure on you from end court to end court.
Wow, 2 quick fouls on Alex Cabagnot. Here's Ontiveros, and he connects.
Getting a nice spot para kay Dondon Ontiveros. You know, just right there, under the free throw line.
You're right, Rafi Reyes. Almost inside the ponytail of Alex Cabagnot.
Yun ang maganda dun sa mga pumapalit na gwardiya para kay Coach Luigi. Both guys really commit to playing full court defense in that point guard position.
Which Rafi can afford to do because he's not going to play the entire game anyway.
Wow, what a block, J-Wash.
Arwin lost space and had the presence of mind to slam the ball against Calvin Abueva.
And I don't know about you, but I really get excited as we see this block by Jay Washington. Just times it and just shows his leaping ability. And I would say, I don't know about you, but I'm always excited pag nagkakaroon ng tapatan si Calvin Abueva at saka si Arwin Santos.
Agree. I definitely agree. As of the moment, it's Arwin against Espinas, Jay Wash against Abueva, and good help by Abueva. Calvin on the move. Calvin, no. That time he was against both Arwin and Jay Wash.
Combination, yeah.
And from the that's his first 32 foul.
That's been doing a good job defensively. They've kept Petron under 15, have kept Petron from going into fast break opportunities and also turnover point opportunities.
You know what? It's you look at Calvin Abueva, and you and I have been, watching basketball for so many years. Bihira yung may dumarating na player that is so universally loved. Imagine mo, di ba, ilan lang siguro yung mga player na masabi mo, kahit sinong team ang kalaban, will get that kind of reaction. Talagang ayaw na ayaw sa kanya.
But like I said, when you're there, and are people, that means na kilala ka.
You're important.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember a storya ng isa kong teammate dati. He went inside dun sa locker room ng kalaban. Meron doon yung scouting report. Yung pangalan niya wala doon sa scouting report.
In other words, you're not that important.
Hindi siya kasali. Hindi nga talaga naman siya ginamit.
Bakit pa naman lalagay scouting report? Here's Cabagnot. Eyeball with Rafi Reyes. Petron down by 4 and a getaway. Almost, but not quite. For Alex Reyes. Abueva.
Taking a look.
Calvin basically said, "Not man my foot." Nuggets. Nicks. Meantime, here's Cabagnot and Alaska.
Ito, Brad.
No, but that's really his attitude. That's why Alaska fans love him and everyone else, they don't. Here's Reyes, Espinas. Say reaching against Washington.
Yes, even if Jay Washington says it's clean, PBA really locking down on people stealing, letting people pass and trying to get steals from the back.
Espinas will step out. Dozier is back. Nick Velasco is also checking in. Here's Ontiveros falling away. That's good.
Same spot. He gets to that spot in which he doesn't really need to put that much lift into his shot. And anything under 15 feet for Ontiveros. He likes that area.
Washington attacking inside, asking referee Nestor Zambrano for a foul. And that will cut down Alaska's lead to 6 points. Dozier. Mondo.
3-second violation. Subdivision 1-2 for Jim Washington.
Hindi rin kalakihan, no? You look at him.
He's
right?
long,
But he's not that tall compared to the other imports. He probably, I don't have his official listed height, but probably about 6'7" and change only.
Arwin. Oh, Peña and Nick, that's a lot of experience right there. 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Tubid is back in the ball game. So is Lassiter. Lassiter. Pasa muna. Tubid. Shot locked down to 5. Tubid has to create. And right now he has to shoot. He shoots. And misses. Wow, yung 3-pointers not very friendly to Petron. Rafi Reyes is fouled. He will take 2.
Not very friendly, but Alaska is putting Petron in that situation. They're not, a number of those 3-point shots are 3-point shots that they have to put up kasi paubos na yung oras dahil sa depensa ng Alaska.
What is that extra? What yung ponytail ba ni Alex? Yan, parang may buntot siya na nauso nung araw. Sa buhok. Ginawa mo ba ever yun? Hindi mo natin. Parang tayo lang naman. Siyempre.
Pwede pag hindi. Ayaw, kunyari, uso-uso pa tayo. Tapos papagalita ka magulang mo. Putol ka agad.
Sorry,
Only the mullet.
yes. Arwin pulling up. And that's a miss. Again, that shot clock for Petron. They're using up a lot of time. And as you brought up, pinipwede sila ng Alaska to use up so much time sa shot clock. And that could explain why Alaska is leading in this game.
Yes, and that's really the MO of Alaska throughout this conference. Best defensive team in the league so far.
6 minutes remaining in the second period. Here's Reyes. Abueva over Tubid. Dozier with the rebound over to Nick. And Nick is blocked by Arwin.
Okay, in a matchup of who will I cheer for if you're not a Petron or Alaska fan, what about that matchup of Tubid and Abueva?
You know, Tubid wanted to help up Abueva. Sabi ni Abueva, no thanks. Seriously. There's a block by Arwin. And then hihilahin si Tubid. Hinila ni Calvin. Pero tutulungan ni Tubid niya. Sabi ni Calvin, no thanks.
Sa'yo!
Back inside the championship capital of Philippine basketball, the Smart Araneta Coliseum. And we'd like to thank our radio partners, 90.7 Love Radio, 101.1 Yes FM, 96.3 Easy Rock, and DZSR 918 Sports Radio with James Velasquez. And the limited edition bombastic Barry Pascua. Again, James is single and ready to mingle. If you are available, so is James.
Si Barry, limited edition na nga yan. Ready to mingle pa ba yan?
Status. Basta limited edition. Parang mga Daniel Gascats lang. Makahirapan natin. 5.5 to go in the second period. And Alaska lang pa rin, 27-21. Sunny. Cyrus is inserted back in the game by Luigi Trillo. Here's Sunny at a very good opening quarter. Lassiter against Cyrus. That's a great matchup. Abueva with 2 to shoot. Short. Calvin and Ronald are engaging in hand-to-hand combat right now.
You should just look at the way these two players play against each other. It's interesting because the referees already don't know what a foul is and what a not a foul is.
Yeah, with the two.
Hindi mo alam kung nagkakatamaan o hindi.
And you know, it doesn't help that Calvin and Ronald, and I'll be very honest, they exaggerate.
Hindi mo alam kung nagkakatamaan.
Oh, yun na nga eh. Okay, here's Lassiter to Arwin. Arwin connects.
Nice pass on the part of Marshall Lassiter. Gave up a good shot to find a better shot.
Rafi Reyes getting extended minutes at the point guard spot, and just as I say that, ito na, papunta na si JV sa scorer's table. Meantime, here's Cyrus. Sunny swings it to Reyes.
It's not really a huge scoring game for both teams, the way it has gone. Parang first quarter. What was that game? 60-53, one game by Petron, and we're going, tapos na ba yun?
Alam mo, end of third pa lang eh.
But Alaska, they're fine with that because they're a team that prides themselves with defense.
Denok, Tubin. See?
Like I said.
Hassiter on the move. Interception by JV Casio. And here's Cyrus against Peña. That's a blocking foul on Dorian Peña. Sometimes I feel bad for Dorian.
That's just what you call, just happen to be the wrong place.
Yeah.
Di pa naglalakad ka lang nabangga ka pa ng kotse.
Laki mo. I think there's a warning on Petron for improper bench decor because they felt that there was no foul against Dorian Peña. Meantime, first free throw, pumasok. First Kairos Baguio. Si George na naman ang may sala.
And while all this is happening, Alaska just able to maintain yung lamang nila. They've, it's been running through 3 and 7 the entire time. Doon lang sila. Sa loob lang nun.
4 points for Cyrus Baguio. That opens up a 6-point lead para sa Alaska. Here's Tubin. Sends it to Denok, who's wide open.
It seems that that's what Alaska wants to do. They want to be able to help just a little bit more from Denok, and Denok has made them pay so far in this game.
And to shoot, here's Sunny. Alaska still on top by 3. That's a mismatch.
Tough matchup para kay Arwin Santos, and good maturity on the part of the Alaska Aces to recognize that and allow Sunny to be able to get a shot up.
Back to a 5-point lead for Alaska as we send you back to Erica.
Nagkaroon na daw ng identity ang kanilang defense. Sabi ni Denok, gumaganda na rin daw ang kanilang ball movement. Kahit daw medyo nagsastruggle sila offensively dahil sa ilang lapses, nananalo pa rin daw sila dahil mahusay ang kanilang depensa. Maganda na daw ang music na tinutugtog ng team nila ngayon, and it's rock and roll defense, rugged and tough play, plus marami raw sa kanila ang may tato, kaya naman rakistang rakista ang set. Balik sa inyo.
That's a block by Palkman. When you say rock and roll defense, because rock and roll tugtog nila or just a mindset? I suppose it's a mindset. And it's 31-28. Alaska lamang pa rin. We have less than 3 minutes remaining dito sa second quarter, and Alaska still holding on to a 3-point lead, 31-28. Masusubaybayan na PBA sa Action TV International sa Middle East via Orbit Showtime Network, sa Europe via OSF TV Tomorrow, at sa Guam via MCV Broadband. Sabihan nyo na yung mga kamag-anak na abangan ng ma-action na labanan ng PBA PFL sa Action TV International. Defense has been the name of this game. Agree?
Yes. And ganda yung sinabi ni Denok, nagkakaroon na sila ng identity defensively because you look at their lineup, they should be able to score. Now, they just should be able to be consistent defensively.
You know who's been consistent? Marshall Lassiter. I mean, his outside shot has been on point since he returned to the Petron roster.
Maganda kay Marshall. He shoots his shots within the frame of the offense. And when he gets the basketball, he's a quick decision maker. Pagkuha na, titira ba ako? Or the drive ako, hindi namamatay yung bola sa kamay niya.
And then kasi it release it. It really helps it. So we're tied at 31. Lipat si Ronald. Here's Calvin. No, but he will take 2. You know yung matchup ni Ronald tsaka ni Calvin? Parang Jet Li. Yung konting suntok. Pero lipat mga dalawang kanto.
Like I said, it's gonna be an entertaining matchup between the two of them. And they're gonna get a lot of bumps and bruises, not from each other, but from the floor.
Yeah, because they like falling. I mean, they like flailing, and then lilipad sila, they crash to the floor, and 2 misses from Abueva. So Petron with an opportunity to grab the lead, and Bachman misses. Counter-attack by Alaska. Cyrus, hang time. It's good.
They choose their spots, Alaska Aces, when they run. And every time they've run so far in this game, they've actually scored.
Ball goes back to Bachman. Finds Lassiter. Lassiter, baseline. Tough shot. And he'll take two. Second personal laban kay Abueva. That will put Alaska at the limit. Calvin will sit down with 2 personal fouls. Si Tony De La Cruz ang papalit sa pwesto niya with a minute and 50 remaining in the first half.
Get another quiet game for Calvin Abueva. It's only one half. That's back-to-back games that he's been fairly quiet.
Only in the sporting sense.
Yes.
Here's Cyrus. It hit the foot of a Petron defender. So therefore, it will stay with Alaska. Still clinging to that 1-point lead. Baguio. That ball is with both Dozier and Arwin. Arwin, tinanggal niya yung kamay ni... Move your hand! This is mine.
Players just... It's important for both teams because the winner of this game moves up to 6-1 and they're basically clear of one full game ahead of the next team.
Look out! Dozier! Oh! Hijacked by Arwin!
No cheap points. They're playing it like it's a playoff game. Magkakilala na sila kanina. Nagkasabitan na sila kanina, but that wasn't enough. Dagdagan pa ulit.
And the sort of similar, di ba yung
katawan?
Yung body type nila?
Oh.
Para yung elastic. Para yung naka-headpass. Junmar coming in, replacing Arwin Santos. You have Sonny Tos checking in para kay Gabby Espinas.
Now this game is waiting for a telling run from either team. May 8-0 run or 6-0 run. So far, both teams not really allowing the other team to have that run. Why? Because they're very good defensive squad.
Back to a 3-point lead for Alaska in a low-scoring first half. 35-32, 1:08 to go in the second period. Benok fires. He let him shoot and he makes the pay.
Yes, he's having a good game, and like we said, it seems that they're allowing Benok a little bit more freedom in terms of playing his offense. Speaking of Alaska, and he's taking advantage of that.
Here's Cyrus, De La Cruz, and Dozier takes care of business.
Cyrus actually very lucky not to have been called for an offensive foul.
Here's Denok. He's feeling it.
Yung advantage because they know that Denok is a player that can pass. And you look here, when he turns the corner, no one wants to help from that side. Cyrus does not overcommit because he feels papasa naman ni Denok yan eh.
Denok with 13 points, although he did not complete the 3-point play. So lamang pa rin ang Alaska, 37-36. Time winding down in the second period. Toss. Baguio against Lassiter, and hold on, says referee Yate. Tubid with his first.
He gets his first personal foul, but you can see the value that Tubid has brought to Petron. Binanta niya kanina si Calvin Abueva. Ngayon naman si JV Casio. Before, they didn't really have a player that could do that.
Some quiet personnel for Alaska. Abueva, scoring-wise, and JV.
And it goes back to their last game, which both players were fairly quiet as well.
Only 1 point so far for JV Casio tonight. Pero lamang pa rin ng Alaska, 38-36. Coach Olson Rosella will map out a potential scoring play with only 13.7 seconds remaining sa second quarter. At i-cheer na ang inyong school dahil NCAA Cheer Dance Competition na. Focus na yan. It's March 9, 3:30 in the afternoon, live and exclusive. Maki-cheer na dito sa Active. Now, this crowd anticipating a close game. Maybe not a low-scoring game, but a close game.
And that's what nung napag-usapan natin bago tayo nagsimula ng laro na ito, Nico. We're saying, should be a good game because of what's at stake. Alaska doesn't want to go back-to-back losses because nagpakita na sila ng conference na to that they want to be one of the elites. To be one of the elites, you got to beat the better team. They've already got one win over
Beat the elite.
Yes, they already beaten Rain or Shine.
Yeah.
But they want to also get one over Petron. Petron naman, they want to keep on going.
When the first half is done, we'll send you back to the studio with Aaron Ataide and Captain Marbel, Kenneth Durentes for the Active Center. Ganda na snap ni Kenneth. He's got a perfect 50. Yeah, out of 100.
Hindi, bababa yung court na yun eh. Bababa ba yun? Bababa yun eh. Hindi, tumangkot lang si Kenneth.
Abuti pa siya. So join Aaron and Kenneth sa Active Center in just a few moments. Now, here's Petron. We're trying to write the last sentence of the second chapter. 10 seconds remaining. Bachman has the ball. Bachman against Dozier. Bachman on the move and scores. We're tied at 38. Alaska won't call a timeout. They're going for it. And Ronald Dubin with a steal. Dubin to Denok. Denok for the lead. Oh, offensive foul on Dubin.
Yes. And they actually go back. And Alaska, walang lumapit dun sa bola para ma-inbound. Very lucky not to have gone down in this half.
What if it goes? Way short for Tony De La Cruz. So we end the second quarter with both teams tied up at 38. This is a very defensive-oriented game. Tough to score for both teams because this is a battle for number one. Nothing is coming easy.
Nothing is coming easy. Especially because both teams, defense-wise, they're not gonna make it easy.
Walang madali. No easy moves, no easy baskets, no easy layups. Every ball will be contested. And in this battle for number one, we're all tied up at the half, 38 all, Active Center. In the studio, Aaron Ataide and Captain Marbel, Kenneth Durentes. And we're all tied up dito sa loob ng Big Dome. 38 all between Alaska and Petron, both teams with 5-1 records. And therefore, the winner will move on top. They'll go on top of the team standings at 6-1. Nico Alili with Jason Webb. Has it been all about defense in the first two quarters?
Definitely. Let's look at the score. Both teams did not touch 40. They're stuck at 38. And both teams have shown kung bakit tumaabot sila ng 5-1. Because in this league, yes, offense is great. But if you can play defense, you're in every game. And that's why, right now, both teams, they're in this game because both teams can play defense.
They're both playing defense. They're making it hard for each other to score. At balikan natin yung mga naging highlights on the first two periods. And in the opening quarter, actually yung Alaska was off to a slightly better start. Sunny actually had 8 points in that opening quarter. And there's that vaunted Alaska ball movement.
Yes, and the thing is, what you notice is Alaska's running.
And they're running against this Petron team. And at the end of the first quarter, labang yung Alaska, 18-13.
May have been quite a surprise na tumatakbo sila, but Sonny Toss there, good start for him. Well, what could have been a surprise para sa Alaska is good start para kay Denok Miranda. That's actually 2 threes in those 6 points. But as a whole, Petron shot poorly. Alaska, that's so 43%. But look at the fast break and turnover points combined. Nothing para sa Petron. Well, Alaska had 8, and that's the ball movement. 18 points, 6 of those coming from assists.
Now, as we show you the second quarter highlights, bear in mind, when it's a defensive game, kadalasan, it's a physical game. Yeah, because syempre pinapahirapan nila isa.
Tumatama eh.
Kaya mo na, basta lumilipad. Okay, ito, agawan ng bola, tapika ng bola, and it's so indicative of how hard it is to try and score and try and play in this game.
Yes, and because both teams have energy guys, that can really liven up not only yung offensive side but also the defensive side. The energy guys like Cuevas and the Tubid, they always say, oh, yes, offensa, nakakabuhay rin yan. But more importantly, defense, that's when these guys are able to come in and it livens up the rest of the guys. Look at Dozier, 10 rebounds, then of another good quarter for him. Better field goal shooting on the part of Petron. And finally, look at the fast break and turnover points. Ang dami pa rin para sa Alaska. That's 14 out of their 20. While Petron still nothing throughout the game.
So welcome to the third quarter. Alaska, by the way, in fighting red, Petron in immaculate white. On the floor for the aces, Baguio, Dozier, Cos, De La Cruz, and Casio. Step by Cyrus. Rebound, Junmar. And he is with Denok, who had 13 points in the quality performance in the first half. Jesse Tobin, Lassiter's been shooting well. And Ronaldo Balkman, they're very talented and versatile inward. Here's Balkman, sends it outside. Lassiter, good entry pass for Junmar.
You get that foul, and you said good entry pass. And yun yung sinasabi ko, Miko, hindi namamatay yung bola sa kanya.
Kay Lassiter.
I feel he makes decisions a little bit quicker than some of those big guys that they might have. And that's very important to the flow of the other guys that are watching the ball.
Erika, what do you have for us?
Alaska said they did a good job defensively. They just need to not let Petron run for easy transition points, and they just need to limit Denok, who's been doing very well. As for Petron naman, they just have to come out with more energy to maximize fast break points and second chance points, and they should be able to make their free throws. Balik sa inyo.
Salamat, Erika. Yan ang pag-usapan during the halftime break.
Sabi na, make their free throws. And nagmintis na naman si Junmar as a whole. Petron already 2 out of 8.
If this is going to be a low-scoring game and then walang makakalayo, those free throws will be so critical.
Masakit yun.
Nasa mga unang bagay pa rin tayo ng third quarter. Balkman slowing things down. Here's Lassiter. Junmar with a rebound. But the Kraken has nowhere to go and it's a turnover.
Good job on the part of Dozier and Sanitos. Nakakuha ng magandang posisyon. Pero si Junmar, but they didn't give up. Pinayungan nila dun sa ilalim.
Check out the defense of Denok and JV Casio.
Number of the guards of Petron getting their fouls and getting to foul trouble because they're using their hands a little bit too much at hindi nila hinahayaan yung mga guardia ng Alaska to get to their spots.
Hirap naman maging JV Casio. Kung hindi si Denok ang babantay, si Tubit. As Dozier gets away for the slam.
Finally, there have not been a lot of easy baskets in this game, but Alaska finds one because they're able to move that basketball.
One-point game for Alaska, 40-39. 2 minutes going by in the third. And Balkman caught dancing to the wrong song.
Wala pa yung kay Bachman. As we see this play here, you see that Bachman gambles right there out of that pick and roll. And then a good pass on the part of Cyrus. But going back to Ronaldo Bachman, wala pa yung nakikita natin sa kanya yung biglang takbo, yung high energy na dinadala niya. It seems like he's on chill mode pa lang.
Relax mode. Meantime, here's Lassiter. Sends it to Denok. Denok's been playing well tonight. Denok. Pass on Tubit. Tubit for 3. Yes, sir!
Difference between the two teams, 3-point shooting. Itong Petron, 6 out of 16. On the other hand, Alaska, 0 out of 5. And you know that Alaska had some decent 3-point shooters.
Here's Dozier. Oh, shot erased. Actually, Dozier was erased by the Kraken.
See what happens here. There is good help on the part of Junmar Fajardo, but
ouch.
When you're actually shooting and your hand is up, pag tinamaan ka pa sa katawan.
Si Junmar yun, ha? Bigat-bigat yun.
Look at the shorts of Junmar. Ilang tao kaya mabubuo, ilang shorts kaya mabubuo niyan sa normal na tao? Laki! Ikaw, pajama na ata. ng buong pamilya. Tinitignan ko. Dami pang basketball shorts ko yan eh.
Here's, nice move, Sonny!
Santos has laid claim that the best center
In the PBA.
Yes. He's been one of the better centers for a while, and a little bit of a message there para kay Junmar.
Here's Denok. Back to a 1-point lead for Alaska. They're going back and forth dito sa third quarter. And Denok pulling up.
It's not been JV Casio's day. Offensively, hirap na hirap siya. And on the defensive end, pahirapan siya na. So look at Santos like right here. Footwork. Good footwork. You see that right foot never left the ground and able to spin back over his left shoulder to come back.
Meantime, a solid night for Dennis Denok Miranda. He was 2 for 2. So the lead is back with Petron, 44-43, and he has 15 points. How will Alaska respond? Ball na kay Baguio against Lassiter. Defense of Marshall. Most excellent defense. Tubin with a steal. Tubin all the way.
Good team defense ang pinapakita. You mentioned it, Nico, when this game started, ang hirap ng magiging problema ng mga gwardiya ng Alaska because of all those three guys are good defenders.
Again, Alaska goes to Sunny. Finding Tony, short, rebound, Tubin. Petron up by 3 as we move past the 8-minute mark of the third. Lassiter, Monkman. Dozier interferes. Dozier on the move. JV, the Skyros. Oh, he missed the layup.
But not enough guys going down para sa Petron. You look at both Denok Miranda and of course their import, Ronaldo Bachman. They didn't even cross half court. They gave up on that play. If they did not give up on that play, maaari nakuha pa nila yung rebound. Yeah, that's a lesson learned there. Never give up. Only 2 guys going down there para sa Petron.
We're still looking for yung usual Ronaldo Bachman that is going non-stop up and down the floor. Also, kanina Ronald Tubit picking up his third foul.
Stats-wise, it's not bad. He has his 11 rebounds, but in 6 points now, it's very quiet.
Denok. Shot clock reads 12.
Good play on the part of Petron. Good recovery on the part of Alaska as well.
Tony De La Cruz tagged with his second personal. That will be the third team foul against Alaska. And man on the line is Marshall Lassiter.
Happy yung Kulutski Doodle. Inabort nila.
Hindi mabuti nga, kontrolado. Mahirap pag umall out eh.
Pag nakasup eh.
Oo, nakakatakot eh. I wonder that Kulutski Doodle if Mark Aguila should do it again. Baka makatulog sa Hinebra. Maybe not. 7:21. Yan ang oras natin na natitira dito sa third quarter. It's a 3-point game for Petron. Tiveros back in the ball game for Alaska. So is Rafi Reyes and Sunny. They really like this matchup between Sunny Toss and Junmar Fajardo. Why?
But the idea is always try to get it at the post because it's a better engine for their offense when they go to the post. Sunny's a very good passer.
He's Dondon. Shot clock winding down. Dozier against Bachman. Shot clock down to 3. High looper. Here's Lassiter. Inside. Bachman.
Yeah. He just doesn't have that spunk. Speaking of Ronaldo Bachman,
Rafi Reyes. Oh, what a bone-crushing big fight. Sunny. Here's Reyes. Oh. I think Rafi Reyes and Alex Cabagnot are really the designated dancing partners tonight. They seem to be inseparable. Every time one is in, the other has to go in. There'll be a foul on Alex. Oh, check that. Junmar, ouch.
Interesting that he's actually getting 2 free throws. Giving him 2 free throws for that. Okay, I think Olsen is not happy.
You think? Was Rafi Reyes in the act of shooting?
That's why. That's why Olsen is galit si Olsen eh.
Nevertheless, lamang pa rin na isa ang Petron. They can add to that later. They score here. Cabagnot gets away. Nice pass for Bachman.
Maybe that will get him going. Good setup on the part of Alex Cabagnot.
Here's Dozier. Shot clock reads 14. And Dozier. Oh, he met by the Kraken. But there's a foul. Now, Dozier getting a double dose of Kraken tonight.
And Alex Cabagnot, sabi, ano yung magiging advantage pag pumasok si Alex Cabagnot? Still have to think he's one of their better pick-and-roll players, and quite happy is his import, Ronaldo Bachman, that he's back.
Just had a slam dunk. That might spur him on, bring out that usual energy and the intensity in ball games. It's been a low-scoring game, it's been a physical game, and nothing has come easy for anyone involved in this game tonight. For more on Ronaldo Bachman, let's go to Erica.
Siya man daw ang pinakamaliit sa mga imports, pero siya naman daw ang may pinakamalaking puso. Harder is leading Petron, kaya naman daw naging tuloy-tuloy ang panalo nila. At ngayong natatapat sila sa Alaska na halos pareho din ang pinapakitang gusto sa laro, at kahit medyo nagsastruggle, they just have to continuously focus. Sinagdag pa niya para mailagay sa tamang perspective ang kanilang bawat laro. They just have to play good basketball and always stay humble. Balik sa inyo.
That is the mindset of Ronaldo Bachman tonight.
Would he be the guy with the most tattoos as well?
Possibly. Volunteer to count. Mare. Pag nagkamali ka, baka magalit pa. Magalit pa sa akin. Bachman with the miss. Here's Rafi Reyes. He felt that they did not have numbers, so he opted to wait. Abueva is back in the ball game para sa Alaska. Once again, it's import against import. Dozier makes a move. Again, disrupted by Junmar Fajardo.
He's doing a good job of help defense, Junmar. Naiiwan si Bachman kadalasan. Again, Bachman not even reaching half court yet. 4 on 5. Very lucky. That ball did not go Alaska's way.
And now Ronaldo is having a running conversation with referee Nestor Zambrano.
Ano ba kadalasan parang not really good because you're losing your focus on the game. That's something that I learned way past the time that I retired. The energy that you waste complaining, that's a lot of energy. Yeah.
That's the start of the fifth team foul for the Alaska Aces. For the second shot clock.
5 minutes to go in the third. 2-point game para sa Petron, 50-48. Joseph on the right side. Cabagnot, shot clock down to 6. Here's Bachman. Bachman attacks.
Sabi natin, pati mga decision making niya sa araw na to, not really what we've seen at least in the first 6.
Mondo to Abueva. Abueva against the Kraken.
Calvin's going to get these 2 points, but it starts off with a good skip pass on the part of Dondon. Dondon gets it over to Calvin. Kung saan si Calvin walang bumabantay dun sa kanya sa kanto. And able to finish strong despite a guy that is much bigger than him.
I'm beginning to believe Calvin has bad eyes. Hindi niya nakikita kung gano'ng kalaki yung nasa tapat niya eh. Yung kanina, he tried to challenge Bogman. This time, he challenged the Kraken harap-harapan. Pabalik ang lamang sa Alaska, 51-50. Under 5 minutes to go in the third. Joseph Yo for 3. Rebound of Bueva. Ball goes back to Calvin. He's up against J-Wash. Calvin makes his move. Abueva. That ball will go out. Last touch on Petron.
That's the nice thing about Calvin Abueva. Say what you want to say, but he can create. He's not a one-dimensional player.
Junmar Fajardo will sit down. Arwin back in the game. Labe Espinas, ibabalik din for Alaska as Sunny Thurs will take a break.
You look at this game, it seems like Coach Luigi has a set of matchups that he feels comfortable with. One is yung napansin mo kanina, Reyes against Cabagnot. The other is making sure that Sunny is there when Junmar is there, and when he's not, papasok naman yung dalawa niyang cuatro, which are Abueva and Espinas.
It's a classic matchup basketball. Meantime, here's Alex. Alex gets away! First 2 points.
First field goal for himself.
In a long while. He missed several games.
You know, when you play that matchup card, what you're saying is you believe that your player is better than the player across him.
Missed by Rafi Reyes. That player will make life miserable for the opposing player. In the meantime, here's Yo from the corner. Oh! Dondon and Dozier did not see each other. Could have gotten the rebound. Instead, it will stay with Petron. Timeout ulit tayo. Join us para sa PBA Thriller Friday. It's Petron against Alaska. Battle of top teams. As Bachman is nowhere to go outside Cabagnot. They repost Bachman. Bachman double team. Bachman still has it. He goes and goes out. Cabagnot. Shot clock down to 8. Alex sidestep. Beauty!
Alaska official saying he traveled. Let's see how Alex Cabagnot was able to get away. First, that's a beautiful jab step to get him free. Could have been a travel, could have gone either way.
High points for Alex Cabagnot off the bench. It's a 4-point lead for Petron with under 3 minutes to go in the third. Ocean. Oh, Calvin is down. Foul on Ronaldo Baldwin. Baldwin checking on Calvin.
See, Calvin's going to set the screen right here. Bachman trying to recover. Gets him right smack in the face. Ayun talaga.
Tumabingi yung headband.
Ito maganda.
This is a good angle. Ooh! Ilamos eh.
Very lucky maybe that referees would not take a look at that as a flagrant.
I think every time a player's headband tumabingi, there might have been contact.
Coach Luigi looking for some production from that point guard spot. Castro, Reyes, Hazul, not really much coming from that spot today.
And on the other end, you have Alex Cabagnot and Benok Miranda having solid ball games.
Eh, kukumpara mo yung production. That's 22 points between the two of them. And on the flip side, Hazul, Castro, and Reyes are only a combined 5 points.
2 minutes remaining in the third. Petron up by 5. Here's Dondon against Joseph Yo. Shot clock down to 5. Dondon, tough shot. Long rebound ends up with J-Wash. Quickly to Yo. Here's Yo against 5 defenders. Both teams are in the penalty.
Penalty, that's his first. Referee for his first again.
Only the first personal against Dozier. But both teams are in the penalty, so 2 free throws for Joseph Yo.
Both imports have managed to be sidelights sa laro na to.
Supporting role
Supporting role lang at talaga hindi mo mapapansin gaano. Of course, the rebounds are there.
Are they neutralizing each other?
You can say that.
Been a tough defensive game for both teams.
And you just go back, I think the biggest difference in this game is defense is just sa pabalang ago. Point guard mo.
Otherwise, in all the matchups, parang quits lang.
Switch na. Point guard play and 3-point shooting.
This is Pinas.
To defend. Layo kung fade away ni Gabi Espinas. Bago pa siya fade away, babanggain ka.
Pa rin ang Petron, 58-54. 1 minute and 15 to go in the third. That will be a foul against RJ Hazul.
And Alaska doing the same thing. Got the guards of Petron into foul trouble. They're putting their hands in the path of the person they're defending. At ginagawa lang buwabat ng offensive player. Winawas-iwas lang yung bola sa harap nila. Nagatawagan sila foul.
Therefore, Alex is on the line. First is Wood. JV will come in for RJ Hazul. Luigi, really forced to shuffle his point guards and in the hopes that someone at some point will start making baskets.
And when you choose between those three, the one guy that is capable of just flipping the switch, all of a sudden on na kagad, has to be that guy wearing number 42.
Here's Ontiveros. Ontiveros sets up Dozier. Dozier sidestep. Hang time. He'll take 2.
Interesting at some point. Maybe one of the coaches is gonna roll the dice and say, sige, una ako magpapahinga ng input. Tingnan natin kung meron bang kalamangan na ma-achieve kung ako makalaro ng may import at some point na ikaw wala. Because right now, they're playing, although it's a 5-point lead para sa Petron, they're playing to a stalemate.
You can do that with less than a minute to go, and then maybe pwede ka sumugal, maybe the first minute and a half of the fourth quarter. Well, this game has been close.
It works both ways. Kung nakita mo pinahinga, ikaw naman yung sabihin, sige, mamaya na ako, tingnan ko kung makakuha ako ng advantage dito. Because they, defensively, right, as you see right there, they have evened each other out.
Here's Bachman, and there's a reach-in against an Alaska defender. That will be the third personal against JV. So 30-second timeout for Alaska. Luigi Trillo is on the floor seeking a clarification with referee Reyante. Meantime, bagong football action na naman sa La Liga. Magharap ang mga kupunan ng Barcelona against Rayo Vallecano. March 18, 8 p.m. Tutok lang sa Active. Yung, the flow of this game? That's Eric Dawson.
Hindi ba si Durant yan?
Hindi. Si Eric Dawson yan, yung import ng Meralco.
Hindi ba si Durant yan?
Hindi rin siya si George Foreman. Si Eric Dawson yan.
Ano ko si Durant eh?
Hilig ba nun di Eric Dawson? I really think so. He watches as many games as possible. I was about to say, na yung the flow of this game, it's a grind it out game.
Yes,
diba?
exactly.
Grit and grind.
Oo. It almost, because of their defense, it almost feels like the other team is forcing their opponent to do something that
They're not used to.
They wouldn't want to naturally do.
Yeah.
That's a second personal.
And give credit to both coaches, give credit to the players that dapat talaga na gusto nila yung mga kalaban.
Maybe that can partially explain how Dozier and Bachman are negating each other. In a sense that si Bachman, because sanay tayo si Bachman, breakaway dunk, diba? Steal, fast break. But the flow of this game is just making it difficult for any team, for that matter, to go on runs. You know, 6-0 run. It's non-existent so far.
Yes, you're right. And like I said, in this game, it is one thing for a team to do that, to actually force a coach to actually call a timeout
Because of a run.
Yeah.
Nice give and go. And Alex now with 11 points.
I think it's safe to assume and say that Alex coming back is a big positive para sa Petron.
They're on top by 4. 5 seconds to go in the third. Espinas deep. Into deep. Not a problem.
Same way that sabihin natin si Sanitos, ganda ng footwork. Look at the footwork of Gabby Espinas to get himself open. Beautiful.
End of the third quarter, it is 62-60 para sa Petron. And more good news as Alex Cabagnot returns to the Petron reverse lineup and scoring 11 points all in the third quarter. Off the bench, see Alex has been setting up teammates, making passes and making points. And Cabagnot helping Petron to lead by 2 at the end of the fourth quarter. This is the battle for number 1. Both teams 5 wins, 1 loss. Therefore, the winner will go on top of the team standings, and it's been a grit and grind game. Pahirapan because of the defense. Maraming pagkaan, maraming tulakan because that's what a defensive game is. You know, nothing is easy.
And how huge is getting to 6? Often, when we have a tournament of this format wherein you have 14 games or so, 6 usually gives you already pasok ka na sa quarters. As we see that the breakdown of the scoring, it's been tough, but you know, Petron, kita natin unti-unti nasasanay na sila doon sa offense nila.
Other things we'd like to point out, Petron's backcourt outplaying Alaska's backcourt in a huge way. Denok and Alex playing very well tonight.
And again, I will also have to point out, Ronaldo Bachman, hindi ka pareho masyado dun sa nakikita natin.
Let's put it this way. On most nights, especially during their 5-game winning run, as Espinas would score, Bachman normally looks like a best import candidate. He does not look like a best import candidate tonight.
If this was his first game, maaaring yung ibang mga player o yung coach ko sinasabi ng nakatawin na yan. Kasi layo ng performance niya. Even from the field, si Bachman is 3 out of 11.
Nonetheless, it's a tied ball game at 62. Asho on the right side. Here's Gabby Espinas against Jay Washington. Shot clock down to 5. Gabby needs to work here. Shot clock down to 2. Good defense by Jay Wash. Here's Yo. Denok. Swinging over. Jay Wash for 3. Dozier.
I think that's more of an anticipated.
Probably number 4 of Gabby Espinas.
I think that's going to be a Calvin Abueva.
Check that. Calvin Abueva.
Pero ito naman. Pagpasok ni Junmar Fajardo, pasok
Automatic.
Yeah. Let's see. This was the spot in which we were thinking that this might be a way for either team to break off, to break out of this game. Finally, hindi magsabay na nakaupo or nasa court yung dalawang import. Dozier is going to play a little bit more extra minutes.
Dozier gets the rebound in heavy traffic. Let's see if Alaska can shatter the deadlock. Tonton pulls up, no go, overshoots. You get that feeling, whichever team goes on a run, ang laking advantage na nun, and they will, they will have a huge advantage in getting a victory tonight because of the flow of the game.
Yes, because it's both teams have taken out yung natural flow nung kabilang nung kalaban nila.
Because there are games na yung palitan ng runs, diba?
Yes.
One team, 6-0 run, then babawi isang team, counter-attack, 8-0 run. This is not that game.
Yes, and I like what Petron is doing right here. It's a grinded-out game. When it's grinded-out games, you go to the post, you beat them up at the post. Dalawang beses pumunta sila kay Fajardo, dalawang beses nakakuha sila ng foul.
Here's Denok. Bagsak si Dondon, and Denok scores. What a night for Petron's backcourt.
Yes, and Denok Miranda, first he's trying to create to get it to the post. It wasn't available. Next to best thing was an open shot in the corner.
17 points for Denok Miranda as we send you to Erica.
Their first loss made Sonny realize that there shouldn't be any room to be complacent, that they have to remain focused all throughout. At ngayong kalaban nila ang Petron, and with this specific assignment na bantayan si The Kraken, Junmar Fajardo, kailangan daw hindi siya magpa-apekto sa kung ano mang tulong ang gawin ng ibang Petron players. As much as he may want to help, he should be always aware of that balance para hindi mawala sa mata niya si Junmar.
Thank you, Erica. Speaking of Junmar, he now has 5 personal fouls.
A tough day for him in terms of getting fouls. It always seems like nasa maling lugar lang siya. But let's see what the defense of Petron's gonna be, because when you look at Dozier, you'd like to have him prove to you that he can beat you at the post. But because if he can't beat you at the post, either Jay Wash or even Arwin Santos can't contain him from the outside.
Here's Denok. Asseton. Shot clock down to 8. They're tied at 64. Denok with 17 points. Blocked by Dozier. And that ball ends up with Gabi Espinas. JV almost lost it. Hug has it. Good chase down by Denok.
Wow, what a play.
Over to Arwin, and Arwin with a wild shot.
Yes, and also credit Calvin Abueva kasi ginulo niya dahil kinloads out niya yung baseline.
Petron's defense just on point. Denok and Jay Wash ganging up on JV Casio.
Say para kay JV, and you know, it's not all his fault. It's the defense of Petron.
Big night for Denok Miranda. On a conference high, 17 points. Doing it on defense, doing it on offense. He's organizing the team on the floor. Remember, kababalik pala ni Alex, so Alex may not be 100% still. But Denok is taking care of both ends for his team.
They have a player like Denok. You look at all the facets that he brings to the game. He's a good passer. He's a very good defender. May not have the best of shots. But when you start out the game and you make your first 2 3-pointers, then all of a sudden, the rest of your game is mas madali yung flow nun. Eh, natural na yung iba. Lalo pang mapapaganda yun.
We're tied at 64. Denok will post up JV. Denok, the bigger point guard, the stronger point guard, who's strong on that attempt. And last touch on Arwin Santos, although Arwin claiming na tumama sa sapatos ni Calvin Abueva.
That's another player that's had a fairly quiet game as well, Arwin Santos.
Only 4 points so far. Here's JV. Sends it to Dozier. Dozier being guarded by Lassiter. So hinanap siya ni Cyrus. Shot clock down to 4. Gabi with a fake. That will be last touch on Bachman, and that will leave Alaska with 1 on the shot clock. This will be warning on Coach Luigi Trillo. Espina. No! Erased by Bachman. Espina's better watch it. That's too intimate.
Yes. You know, it might be mad at the first play, but this play is all clean. But this one was the one that they were complaining about. Ito naman yung pangalawa. Ito, huling-huli.
Maybe he was still complaining about the first one. And Espina's.
Look at the continuation.
They'll count it. They'll count it. Espina's did the right thing. Heard the whistle. Played on. One fluid motion.
Yeah. You know what? Pag mga larong ganito, usually, I say usually, Alaska very comfortable with games like this. Grinded out games and then they find a way for maybe a JV Kasha to get some points, some critical points, or maybe Cyrus. It's more, I believe, a test for Petron, for their character when games are this close.
Lassiter. Miss. Here's Cyrus. Cyrus steps on the brakes. Alaska on top by 3. Espina's, wow, he really wants that ball against Arwin. Naghang yung footwork.
But good defense on the part of
That's
Arwin
true, yeah.
Santos. Kasi in-expect niya na, ito na, bangga. Then right there, he just doesn't
Hold the
give...
chair.
Yeah, exactly.
There's Lassiter. We're nearing the halfway mark of the fourth quarter.
They've attacked the defense of JV Cashot. Twice they've gone to the post, not a lot of success there. But finally, you go to something that is natural para kay Marshall Lassiter. Yung umatake na nakahap-harapan. Even though you say, JV's probably going to be able to stay in front of him. But still, Marshall able to create.
Espinas is out and Sanitos is in the ball game.
Still haven't, and might sound like a broken record, hindi pa rin natin nararamdaman yung laro ni Ronaldo Bachman. Nakapahinga na siya. Yung kabilang import, walang pahinga. You would expect na, sandali, yamado na ako dito. Mas mahaba pahinga ko. But hindi pa rin maramdaman.
Tubit changed his shoes.
Yes, and
That was really beaming white.
see, hindi pa sila napapansin masyado yung Apueva. Nagpalit pa siya ng sapatos.
Okay, it's 69-66. Alaska on top. We are more than halfway done. Into the fourth and final quarter. Winner of this game goes on top of the team standing. And Dozier blocks the shot of Ronaldo Bachman.
Very hard to just turn it on right now para kay Bachman. Does not go down defensively. Lucky that Jumar covered his track.
Here's Baguio. That's the time to shoot for Alaska. Baguio working on Kabagdon. Cyrus now posting up. Steal by Bachman. And Bachman saves it. Here's Tubid. Tubid thought about the 3. Goes inside. Blocked by Abueva.
And he is going to let Tubid know about it. He gets through, but you know, Calvin right there, and Calvin has eyes only for Tubid. But Tubid able to
nakascore and an automatic looked at Abueva. And this is going to go on until the end of this game. They've been at it the whole night. So it's a 1-point lead para sa Alaska and they'll call a timeout. 4:57 na titira in the fourth. Alaska on top by 1. 69-60. Our Presto and Cool Under Pressure play brought to you by Presto and Cool. It prevents overheating. Works better than water alone. Now in a cool new packaging. Right now, dito mo susubukan. I mean, sino ang cool under pressure? Because the way things have gone, it looks like this will be close all the way.
It should be. We haven't seen a 6-0, 7-0 run. I don't think it's going to happen. Might not have an opportunity to happen anymore with all the timeouts that both teams have.
The JV against Kabagbot. Here's Sunny. And now Skyros against Lassiter. Shot clock down to 6. A forced shot by Cyrus, anticipating contact.
And if you're Coach Olsen, I almost feel bad that you have to choose between Alex and Denok. Kasi pareho naman sila maganda nilalaro.
Hesitation move by Kabagbot.
I think he made the right choice when you look at that play.
I think it's a win-win situation because both players have played so well tonight. And the lead is back with Petron, 70-69, with 4 and 17 to go in the ball game. Junmar already with 5 personal fouls. Here's Skyros from the corner. And Bachman has the ball. Bachman on the move. Bachman travel.
Yes. Easy ball.
He seems to be missing that extra gear tonight. Now, we're not sure if may karamdaman ba si Bachman, if may iniinda ba siya, if he's not 100%. But this is clearly not your usual performance from a guy, such a talented guy like Ronaldo Bachman. Meantime, here's JV. JV's been quiet last 2 games. Sunny against Kumar.
Sunny's got to be more aggressive here. Last time he just passed it off too quickly.
Bondon for 3. Yes, sir!
Starts off with Sunny being more aggressive kasi umatake siya. Hindi katulad kanina pinasa niya agad. When he attacked, he drew the attention of the defense and that left Dondon outside open.
Alex, same move. Not the same result. Bachman, short. And that ball being bounced around and ends up with Dozier.
And again, here is Alaska. Seems like they've got a better comfort level at close games. Petron, they're the team that still has to prove themselves. Ika nga, pagdating pagdikita ng laban.
Pasa, Cashion, an excellent bounce pass from Sunny Tos, and that opens up a 4-point lead for the Alaska Aces.
There you go. Being able to create. Sunny Tos again starting things off. First off, Sunny Tos hindi kagad pinasa, umatake siya. You look how deep Ronald Tubit goes because he's sticking to help. That leaves Dondon Ontiveros open. Next time around, Sunny Tos again faces up, sees JV Casio. All of a sudden, it's an Alaska 4-point lead.
Alaska, they've always been proud of their balanced attack. Not one single player dominating, points, not even rebounds. And with that balanced attack, they're on top by 4 here, 74-70.
How painful was that miss or the turnover by Bachman sa fast break?
Bachman again. No! Bachman is down, and here's Lassiter for 3. Who gets the ball? It's with Dozier. Skyros, kick out, Bondon. Here's Skyros, he's open.
That again is Bachman. Did not go down defensively. It was a 4-on-5, so his teammates, hindi nila alam kung sino yung babantayan nila. And then eventually they were covering for him. Cyrus stepped outside. He wasn't willing to step outside and guard the outside corners.
It's a 7-0 run for the Aces as Tubin fires a 3. Short.
Not a good shot.
Remember we were saying the team that makes a run has a very good chance of winning this game.
And this is the run. This is about an 8-0 run at present. We were thinking na bari, wala na mangyaring ganun because the coaches are going to protect that lead. But you see here, Aquafeng, the nearest guy there, has no interest whatsoever of coming outside.
Under 2 minutes to go, Alaska protecting a 6-point lead, which is so valuable in a game like this. Cyrus, wild shot, and Tubit gets the loose ball. So Petron down by 6. Here's Lassiter, he fakes. Here's Alex for 3. Yes, sir! Plus, yes, I thought he would call a foul. Instead, we're going on here. And Petron within 3. Dondon still has the ball. Shot clock reads 10. Dondon double team. Dondon, where's he going? Shot clock down to 3. And there's a foul against Ronald Tubid.
Huge. That ball is huge. And Dondon saying that he actually got punched. Gotta see that again.
I think he's even trying to confirm with eyewitnesses at courtside. Okay, so here's that big tray by Alex Cabagnot.
They needed this one. They needed this one because if they didn't make a basket there, you could say it was over. But that made it a one-possession game. 3 seconds left in the shot clock.
Here's Tubid. Yan yung sinasabi ni Dondon. More of a push. So the important thing for Alaska is that they keep the ball. And they have the ball here. They're on top by 3.
Execution now para sa Alaska.
JB, cross court. Cyrus, shot clock down to 5. Cyrus, got it!
What a shot. Said it earlier, Alaska is a team na masanay sa mga dikit na laban and having guys make big shots. Saw it kanina, JB Casio with the layup, Cyrus Baguio, shot clock winding down, able to create a shot when we thought there would be none available, pushes the lead back up to 5.
It's against 2 defenders under duress. Time winding down, no problem for Skyrus Baguio. Turn off that. So head up. Head up. Move up. Move up. Head up. Head up. That's the race. That's that door. There you go. And 4-3 race. 1-0. Marvin Pascadito. Big game.
Yes, and Cyrus Baguio coming alive. Those 4 points in this quarter. Dito na to sa latter part ng ating fourth quarter.
Yeah, you know what? Not a big game, but big shots.
Yes.
So under a minute to play, maghahabol ang Petron dito. They are trailing by 5 points.
Gotta be quick. You want to be able to put up a shot in less than about 8 seconds here. It's too much time right now, and they're actually digging themselves a hole.
Here's Tubid for 3. Rebound, Dozier. There's the foul given up by Alex Cabagnot with 26.7 seconds to go.
I know it was a long time ago, but might be the turning point. Fast break opportunity by Petron na naging turnover because that was a timeout play. If they had made that, maybe Alaska was going to call a timeout because that would have pushed the lead, I believe, to either 3 or 5, and you could see momentum swing their way. They turned the ball over then, and from that point on, dun na nagkaroon ng run ang Alaska.
Well, the Alaska fans thrilled because their team is looking good right now with that 7-point lead. They're trying to bounce back from that loss to Sanmi Coffee. As for Olsen Rosella and the Petron Blaze Boosters, their winning streak might come to an end tonight.
Ronald, come back. Marshall here. Okay. Alex, once you get the ball, go corner. Drop a screen for Marshall. 3. If not, after that screen, break. Okay. clear. After this, pag binigay dyan, clear ka naman ulit kay Marshall. Arwin.
I don't know what's more difficult, the task at hand, which is a 7-point lead, or that schedule that we just showed.
Wow, that's a brutal 3-game stretch for Petron.
That's doon mo makikita, Miko, kung gaano ka-importante itong laro na to para sa kanila. Because sama mo na to, this 4-game stretch is so difficult para sa Petron.
They go to Balkman, and Balkman comes up short. And that's the ball game. Balkman, that's initiating contact with the unofficial right there. And he's even pushing assistant coach Bibo Ravanes away. Someone should restrain Ronaldo at this point.
He's lucky that he's not gotten a technical. There
It is. Yeah. He's going after a third referee now. Wow, Tubin is doing the right thing here. Whoa, he's pushing Ronald Tubin away.
This is a
Whoa, he's pushing Arwind away. Wow, ano nangyayari dito? I mean, this is happening before. Oh, Arwind pushing Ronaldo back. Oh, he's straggling Arwind Santos.
Gosh.
Unbelievable.
This is probably the first time ever in the PBA na nakita tayo magkakampi.
What an unfortunate situation right now. Now, we do not know who that guy is.
Must be a friend.
Yeah. But that guy, I don't know, but that guy probably has no business to be on the floor.
Yes.
Unless he's part of any team.
Yes. But you know what? He is helping out in settling the situation. This is not
What an unfortunate situation here.
Yeah, just when you thought itong Petron Vela ayos na ang sitwasyon, this has just turned around 180 degrees.
And it really shifts the story from an impending win by Alaska to what can possibly transpire in the Petron dugout after this game.
Yes.
And guys on that Petron bench are still trying to convince Ronaldo Balkman to settle down and calm down. Jay Wash is doing his very best to rationalize with Ronaldo.
You know, when Ronald Tubin is the one that is trying to restrain you, simula pa lang yun na alam mo, naku, napakalaking bagay na ito dahil si Ronald Tubin na nagre-restrain sa'yo. First time in my life as an analyst and as a fan.
Yeah, in a game,
magkakampi. Sila ang nag-away. Nagsakalan. And you look at Ronaldo Balkman right now, he's being restrained
by Coach Olsen himself.
Yes, he wants to go.
Wow. 1 second to go. Alaska will win this game. But unfortunately, that will not be the story. I mean, Ronaldo Balkman and his actions towards the end of this game is going to be talked about, unfortunately, along with his actions against his own teammates. Wow, 83-73. Alaska is back on the winning track. And for Petron, it's not just about the end of their losing skid. It's about what happened to Ronaldo Balkman in the last 2 minutes of this ball game.
What would be strange is, hinahanap mo yung energy sa kanya buong laro. Nilabas niya, pero nilabas niya sa teammate niya.
He was going after the referees, he went after the teammates, and then he went after Arwin Santos.
And right there, you know,
And Dorian, you know, probably they're all telling Arwin, relax. That will be a very interesting place, yung loob ng Petron dugout tonight. And, you know, I think I don't know what will happen when Arwin goes in. Naturally, our cameras will not be allowed inside, naturally, Coach Giabanilla very concerned about yung who gets to go inside that dugout, but
Here's that play, and I'm really not sure what Bachman was concerned with right here. It was a one game. I don't see a foul there. He holds on to Dozier, and that is a foul. I mean, he gave up the foul right there. But it was pent-up emotion the entire game. The entire game, he seemed like he had a running conversation doon sa mga referees natin. Started talking right there, and then he's actually...
that would have been a technical foul. Like, tinamaan niya tinamaan niya ating official.
Actually should have gotten a technical there. Pushed already Coach Rovanes right there. Went over to another official. Baka yung isa't willing pakinggan ako.
Wala lahat. From Ray Yante to Emmy Tangkion, and then eventually he'll move towards referee Zambrano, and that's when it all broke down.
And you can see, and he moves to the third official right here,
which is across the court.
and you can see Ronald Tubin trying to stop it. Tapos sinasabi niya, don't touch me.
And talagang I mean, this is such an unfortunate scene.
And then he pushes Tubin, and then Arwin just there.
Actually, that's still referee Yante. And then this is when it really gets ugly between Arwin and Balkman. Well, tutulak siya ni Balkman. Alright? First, winasiwas niya yung kamay ni Arwin. Arwin doing his best, being a good teammate.
Because that's the third time that Arwin gets pushed, and then he holds on to Arwin's neck, and Arwin is not going to take that.
That is just, wow. And Arwin is not going to take this sitting down. I mean, he's not the type who will just back down from, not even from a teammate. Very, very unfortunate series of events for Petron. They lose the game, they lose their winning streak, and then this happens. Okay, we're sorry, Sunny. Sorry, Sunny. We had to make you wait, but your team won in a bizarre finish. But the bottom line, Sunny, you guys played in a grind-it-out game and won in the end. I mean, how physical was it in this game, Sunny?
Surprisingly, they didn't come out as intense as I thought. So, we just took advantage of it and went at it.
It was a short turnaround for you guys. Tough loss, huge loss against in your last game. And then what happened before today that got you going, at least prepared for this one?
Good thing about back-to-back games, you have no time to think about the last loss. So we just turned around and then focused on Petron and do whatever it takes to get the win.
Was it a strange thing, not to take away any luster from your victory, was that one of the stranger things you've seen as a professional player?
I was surprised his own teammate trying to choke him, so I don't know.
But again, that should not take away the relevance of this win for Sunny Toss and the Alaska Aces. Sunny, I'm sure your fans are happy that you're back on the winning track. Why don't you give them a shout out?
Yeah, to all the Goddess Republic, all the Alaska fans, PBA fans, thank you for your support, and continue to come out and support us. Thank you.
Congratulations, Sunny Toss, our best player of the game, and congratulations to the Alaska Aces winning over Petron 83-73. For Erica Padilla, Jason Webb, I'm Miko Alili saying good night. Active Center next.